Number 1. Multigrain Mayhem. Sounds fancy, right? Multigrain. It has that Whole Foods aura, like it comes with a free yoga class and smug self-satisfaction. But here's the twist. Multigrain just means more than one grain was invited to the party. It says nothing about whether those grains are whole, processed, bleached, or smashed into sugary oblivion. You might picture hearty fields of quinoa and millet basking in the sun, but what you're usually getting is a Frankenstein of refined grains that spike your blood sugar faster than a frosted donut doing a backflip. The food industry just took the word grain, multiplied it, and sprinkled it on things to make you feel healthy, while they quietly swap in white flour like a magician doing sleight of hand. So unless it explicitly says whole grain, you're basically eating processed carb confetti. Surprise! Your multigrain sandwich bread is just toast wearing a kale costume. Number 2, veggie chips of deception. Ah yes, veggie chips, the crunchy lie you tell yourself when you're not emotionally ready for celery. They come in lovely earth tones, beet red, sweet potato orange, kale green. They whisper, "Hey, look at me, I'm vegetables with a tan." But don't let their roasted Instagram-filtered vibes fool you. These things are deep-fried, salted, and often coated with more oil than your last breakup's red flags. By the time they hit the bag, the veggie part is basically a mythological suggestion. Nutrients? Torched. Fiber? Ghosted. You'd get more health benefits licking a raw carrot and calling it a day. What you are getting is the smug illusion of health with all the snacky sins of regular chips. Honestly, you'd be better off just owning your snack shame and eating the real deal. At least then you're not lying to yourself with beet-dusted propaganda. Number 3, yogurt sweet revenge. Yogurt sounds healthy. It lives in the same fridge section as chia seeds and probiotic elixirs. It talks a big game about gut health and active cultures. But flavored yogurts? They are dessert in disguise, and not the cool kind like banana bread pretending to be breakfast. This is full-blown sugar in a cup wearing a probiotic mustache. Some of these cute little containers pack more sugar than a Snickers bar in a lab coat. Strawberry banana yogurt? That's just code for fruit-flavored sugar slurry with a dollop of dairy sadness. You'd be better off spooning jam into sour cream. If your yogurt tastes like candy, it's probably because it basically is. The bacteria are screaming, the calcium is irrelevant, and your pancreas is doing jumping jacks trying to keep up. Number 4, granola's dark side. You know granola. It's the love child of hiking and Pinterest. It feels earthy and old-timey, like something a Victorian apothecary might prescribe for melancholy. And it totally started out innocent. Oats, nuts, a drizzle of honey. Cute. Then capitalism showed up with a bucket of brown sugar and a marketing plan. Now granola has more calories per serving than some fast food burgers and enough hidden sugar to qualify as dessert trail mix. And don't get me started on portion sizes. They tell you a serving is like a quarter cup. A quarter cup? Who eats that? That's a sprinkle. That's what you lose in your couch cushions. So next time you're pouring granola like it's oat confetti on your healthy parfait, remember, you're basically eating cookie crumble breakfast edition. Number 5, Smoothie Trap. Ah yes, the smoothie. Health in a cup, right? It's cold, fruity, it comes in shades of tropical optimism. You order one and suddenly feel morally superior to everyone holding a soda. But let's break this blender cult down. Smoothies can be healthy if you're blending kale and humility, but most of the ones sold at cafes or juice bars, they're just fruit juice milkshakes with better branding. Picture this: 5 bananas, 3 mangoes, a squirt of honey, a river of apple juice, and just a whisper of spinach to make it green enough to lie. That's a sugar tsunami with a straw. Your blood sugar spikes, crashes, and leaves you hungrier than before, which is wild because you just drank a 600-calorie tropical guilt bomb. Bonus points if they added protein powder, which usually tastes like chalk's evil cousin and does nothing unless you're a bodybuilder or actively wrestling a bear. Basically, most smoothies are fruit salad with a personality disorder. Number 6, gluten-free gimmicks. If you don't have celiac disease but you're buying gluten-free cookies because they're healthier, let's have a little chat. Gluten-free does not mean sugar-free, calorie-free, or better for you in any measurable way. It just means the wheat is gone. That's it. And in its place, usually a Frankenstein mix of rice flour, potato starch, and the shattered dreams of common sense. Gluten-free brownies can have more sugar and fat than their wheat-filled cousins because they have to make up for texture and flavor. It's like taking out the evil demon and replacing it with a cute vampire who's also trying to drain your soul. Unless you actually need to avoid gluten, most gluten-free junk food is just regular junk food in disguise, like putting a clown nose on a wolf and calling it therapy. Number 7. Flavored water lies. Look, hydration is important. Water is life. But vitamin water? Infused water? Hint of blueberry unicorn sparkle? Most of it is either plain water wearing a wig or sugar water with a B12 sticker slapped on it. A lot of these drinks sneak in sugar, artificial flavors, and just enough vitamins to technically not be sued for false advertising. Some have enough sweetener to qualify as soda's health-conscious cousin. You know, the one who still vapes and says it's better than smoking. Your kidneys don't need raspberry lime-flavored encouragement. They just want actual water, and for you to stop overthinking it. Stop buying $3 water because it whispers wellness at you. Number 8. Salad dressing. Ambush. You made a salad. Good job. You chopped things. You committed to greens. And then you poured on the ranch, or the honey mustard, or the Thousand Island, which is just mayonnaise cosplaying as a vacation drink. Suddenly, your bowl of fiber becomes a calorie lagoon with a fat content that would make an avocado cry. Most commercial dressings are fat, sugar, and salt, with some herbs floating around like they're held hostage. Even the light ones are often full of weird additives and thickeners that make your salad feel like it's healthy while turning it into a creamy betrayal. If your lettuce is floating in dressing like it's on a spa retreat, just eat a cheeseburger and skip the performance. Number 9. Protein Bar Betrayal. Protein bars are basically candy bars that went to CrossFit. They dress like they're ready to fuel your post-workout gains, but under the hood, it's sugar, syrup, and a bit of soy doing its best impression of nutrition. Some of these health bars have more calories than an actual lunch, and enough sugar to classify as dessert with biceps. And let's talk about the texture, somewhere between cardboard, clay, and regret. They usually taste like they were designed by someone who's never tasted food, but read about it once in a textbook. Also, unless you're actively building muscle, running marathons, or being hunted by wolves, you don't need 25 grams of protein in one sitting. Your body's just going to use what it needs and pass the rest like expensive pee. So unless you're stranded in the wilderness or too lazy to chew almonds, maybe skip the brick-shaped sugar trap and just eat actual food. Number 10. Fat-free Fiasco. Remember the 90s when fat was the enemy and everything came in fat-free versions that tasted like packing foam? Good times. The idea was that cutting fat would make food healthier. But here's the plot twist. When you take the fat out of food, it tastes like sadness. So manufacturers replaced it with sugar, starch, and flavor chemicals wearing a smile. So your fat-free yogurt probably has more sugar. That fat-free cookie has the same calories, but now tastes like betrayal. Meanwhile, your body actually needs fat to function. It helps with brain health, hormone production, and keeping your skin from looking like a rice cracker. The fat-free craze didn't make us thinner. It just made us hungry, confused, and super into Snackwell cookies for like 3 dark years. Number 11. Detox Tea Delusions. Detox teas are like the astrology of nutrition, wildly popular, vaguely mystical, and scientifically meh. These teas promise to flush out toxins, but unless your liver has quit its job and your kidneys are on strike, your body already has a built-in detox system. It's called your organs. Most detox teas are just glorified laxatives. They make you poop and then pretend that's some magical cleansing process. Spoiler, that's not detoxing. That's your intestines calling for backup. At best, you're drinking overpriced flavored hot water. At worst, you're dehydrating yourself into thinking you lost weight. You didn't. You just lost fluids and dignity. Number 12. Acai Bowl Avalanche. They look beautiful. They're Instagram ready. They come in bowls the size of your face. But those Acai bowls? Yeah, they're smoothie traps wearing granola crowns. Acai is a superfood, sure, in theory, but when you puree it with banana, drench in honey, pile on sweetened granola, drizzle it with nut butter, and top it off with chocolate chips, yes, that happens. You've made a $14 sugar sculpture that delivers less health than an actual breakfast sandwich. Don't let the berries and antioxidants distract you. That acai bowl is basically a dessert disguised as breakfast, like if cheesecake showed up to yoga in leggings. Number 13, light and diet deception. Light, diet, low-cal, the food industry's version of putting a fake mustache on a soda and calling it a health drink. These labels scream better for you, while sneakily hiding ingredients that make a chemistry teacher sweat. Diet sodas, for example, swap sugar for artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose, which don't technically add calories but do mess with your taste receptors, potentially jack up cravings, and confuse your body into preparing for sugar that never shows up. It's like revving the engine but never driving. Eventually, something's going to misfire. And light salad dressing? Translation: we took out the fat, so we added 12 weird ingredients to make it taste like not regret. Many of these options end up with a longer ingredient list than a pharmaceutical ad, minus the warning about sudden bouts of existential crisis. Basically, light is just the diet culture word for not actually food. Number 14, instant oatmeal ambush. Oatmeal is supposed to be the breakfast of champions. It's hearty, fibrous, and the closest you can get to eating beige moral superiority. But instant oatmeal packets? That's where the oats go to get sugared into submission. Most of these pouches are oatmeal in name only. By the time you add boiling water, you're left with a bowl of paste that's been artificially flavored, sweetened, and stripped of fiber, like it just came out of an oat-themed witness protection program. Maple brown sugar flavor? That's just syrup dust and sadness. Sure, it's convenient, but so is a donut, and at least donuts don't pretend to be moral. If you want real oatmeal benefits, cook the old-fashioned kind and add your own fruit like a grown-up caveman. Number 15, coconut oil overload. Coconut oil had a major glow-up in the last decade. One minute it was that mysterious jar at the back of your aunt's pantry. The next minute it was being slathered on everything from toast to hair to open wounds. Yes, it's natural. Yes, it smells like tropical dreams. But here's what it also is: saturated fat city. We're talking more saturated fat than butter. That's not an exaggeration. It's a literal fact. Coconut oil is around 82% saturated fat, which makes it one of the fattiest fats out there. And no, it's not magic. Despite the internet claiming it cures everything from bad vibes to capitalism, there's not enough evidence to say coconut oil is a heart-healthy miracle. Moderation? Sure. Daily smoothie booster and butter replacement? Maybe. Hold off unless you're planning to jog to the moon and back. So if you're spooning coconut oil into everything like it's the elixir of life, just know your arteries are quietly side-eyeing you. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.